Check. Back in the building.
You know you're only 50, innit?
Huh?
You're only 50.
Check.
And you're there doing that stupidness.
Check. Back in the building. Another episode. Elephant in the room. I'm nowhere near 50, by the way. Are you mad? I've got a lot of years before that. Elephant in the room. Another episode. Your boy Ceesix in the building. Man like Dizzle. All covered up and that like he's like... Brother, you know when I see people with hat and glasses, it makes me feel like you're shifty. I can't trust you.
No. You know what it is? Shout out to Pound Sterling, because I see him on these podcasts with darkers looking cool. And so I'm thinking, yeah, and I see a couple of people on their podcast with dark. So I said, who am I? Yeah, what? I'm not somebody shout to. So I thought, yeah.
He said, right, the man, hold on.
Yeah, some smooth, pretty boy thing. You understand what I'm saying? I see you, Sterling.
So see you. That's your thing.
I see you. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So I want some sweet boy, light skin thing too. You understand?
We say Pound Sterling is a light skin. Yeah?
He's light skin. He's light skin. You can't hide it. You can't hide it.
No, big up.
You understand? So how was your weekend?
It's busy, you know. It's been busy, but it was good. Had a good weekend. I was at the food festival.
Yeah, how was that? What was that? What is that food festival?
Well, Taste of the Caribbean Food Festival.
Okay. I've seen that. I've seen that advertised.
Yeah, I was there. It's a good look, man. So it was in Crawley last week. So it's a good look. You know, just playing some music and entertaining people and bringing our culture to Crawley. you know when you got to be like. You see, like when you're in certain, you got to adapt. When you're playing music, you got to adapt to your surroundings and adapt to who your audience is, innit? So, like, you'll be in a certain dance, innit? And you'll be able to say, yo, everybody in there make some noise. And if, bossa blanc. And then there's something you got to say, if you're having a good time, make some noise.
Yeah.
It's one of them.
Right. Yeah, I done a reggae and comedy show, should I say.
Okay.
In Catford. It was wonderful. Shout out to everybody that came. It was wicked. The audience was amazing. Amazing. That was one of the best shows I've done this year.
Oh, yeah, sick.
Crowd-wise. So
you say you done, so you reckon, so what would you rate your performance out of 10?
20.
20 out of 10?
Yeah, and I know I'm a professional now. Very, very professional.
Now, after 10, 15 years.
Yes, I know. When I say I know, I read the game. I don't get gas because it was one of them shows where you could go over your time because everything is there's a comedian's dream. Everything's just landed and it's just going good. So you just want to do your whole joke collection. You understand? But I saw the band was ready to go, and I thought, you know what?
Yeah, I feel like a fundamental thing for a comedian is knowing.
That's what I'm trying to say.
When to say.
That's what I said.
You know what? I've done it.
I've got my professionalism.
You get your big laugh and you end.
Enough comedians don't have that professionalism.
Some man just do their big laugh and then they drag it on until it boiled up.
Boiled down.
Yeah, till the potato then mash up into the soup. And
Yeah.
Don't
I've seen it. So my thing is, that's why I said my professionalism kicked in and I didn't get gassed by the crowd did. And I said I'm going to come off did. You understand what I'm saying? And I did. So shout out to people that messaged me and said it was a wonderful time and I was hilarious. Thank you very much. It really means a lot to me. So when's your next show? I couldn't tell you.
You know what? Yeah, I feel like I need to see you in action again. Like, because last time I saw you, it was a good performance. It was in Catford as well, innit?
Yeah.
But I haven't seen you. So
I don't think you should see me in Catford. Catford is a biased audience. Do you know what I mean?
I think it's the room. I think
you see, like certain comedians I know in professionalism don't get gassed by certain rooms because that room make you feel like you're the top. You understand? And
I said, move over, Kevin Hart.
You understand? And you go to the next room and then it's totally opposite.
But I do believe in that the comedy room. Yeah. It sets you up because there's some rooms where comedy is just difficult to do.
Yeah,
difficult.
No, that's what I've took some gigs and I've said to myself, why the hell have I done? It's money, cravenness, because it's big money. I take it and go there and I'm thinking, what the hell am I here? Yeah. You know, like family dues where there's kids there. You don't know nobody. Everybody they come for the actual family member. You're not. They didn't even know you're not even on the flyer because you wasn't on the flyer. It was a private party and surprise.
But sometimes they're some of the best ones.
But it always turns out good. That's my point.
Yeah, but that's because your
it always turns out good. The last 2 weeks ago was the 70th birthday, and I told her I knew one. I didn't, but I was in there thinking, what the hell am I gonna do?
Yeah, but I guess if you just mix and mingle and go on like a bag of Pringle, it'll be all right because people, you kind of just vibe with the people.
Yeah.
If you try and go and just do written material, like
yes,
why did it?
Now,
yeah, you kind of crash.
Yeah.
You kind of got to just blend.
You gotta know, you gotta have a big person. Certain comedians ain't got a big personality, and to say like whether you're on stage or not, you just light up the room. Everybody, you got everybody's attention.
So you got that infectious thing.
I've got that infectious.
What you say? I have that.
Yeah, I got that.
I have the X factor.
That's why people told me from back in the days that I should do comedy. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I went to do comedy.
Because they really thought you was wasted on the road.
Anyway, saying that, do you know who's doing stand up now?
Who?
T.I.
T.I.'s doing.
Someone sent it to me yesterday.
Was he good?
He got booed. But they said.
You know what's mad? Yeah, let me tell you what's mad. I'm gonna just say this. You see, when you're funny around your friends, it doesn't mean you can be a comedian. That's all I'm saying.
Now, because Marlon Wayans was talking about it yesterday, because they was talking about him bombing. So they're saying like, what he should do, he has to go the old school way, the comedy club. Marlon Wayans said he had $1 billion.
What did he do? Did he go straight into like a?
Yeah, because Marlon was saying like he's had millions in his pocket, and he's wanted to do stand up, and he went to the basement. That's where you have to go. You got to start from the garrison.
Yeah, because comedy is a craft.
It is.
You got to learn the craft. You got to be a student of the game.
I did what T.I. did, and I didn't know when I first started comedy. Yeah. I done a T.I. in the sense of I wanted to do. Someone said I wanted to do comedy and rare. Someone put me on a show. Remember, I haven't got no material. I haven't got nothing, and then I see my face on a flyer. I died. I thought,
but what show was it?
The Barber's Got Jokes. It was a comedy show with Quincy hosting, Latif.
No,
Quincy was headlining.
What I mean is, was it like a massive, like a show with?
It was a comedy show with comedians in a big community hall.
So it's big. It was
with
big.
Hundreds of people.
No, the reason I'm saying this, because obviously if you went to like a small comedy club, it's still a show, isn't it?
No, that's what I said. That's what I should have done.
Yeah, you should have.
But I didn't. So my thing.
You flopped though?
No, I had a standing fucking ovation. I had a standing ovation.
Your only standing ovation ever.
I've got it. My sister. It's on YouTube right now. Evidence. I've got receipts.
I'm gonna find it.
I've got receipts.
Where is it? Tell us. We want to see.
I can't remember what school.
Tell me. I want to put the link in.
I'll find it and I'll put the link in.
Yeah.
My first ever show, and you
got a standing ovation.
Because I say something. Did you see that first? See that process? Yeah. I didn't. You know what's safe? It's like the universe was working with me. Ceesix. I can't believe the universe was working with me so much. Like I was supposed to do this. There was no. You know what I mean? So when like one girl I know, because I always praise her, because without her putting me on that show and telling someone like, because someone was putting on a comedy show and said, oh, I know a comedian, you get me? So she put my name forward, they put me down, and then I thought, yeah, but I was gassed. I saw my face on it, and I'm thinking, oh my god,
you really got to do this.
You know when you're thinking of 3,000 excuses to not come to this show. Yeah, remember I don't have no material. She's booked me. I have not been on stage in my life.
That's mad.
This is like, it's like Wahala then.
Yeah, it's big. Like
it's like yeah.
You can't back out.
I can't. No, but I got to a stage where I told the guy, I got back. He said, no, you can't. This didn't even make it no good for me. Hear what he said? He said, no, because I yarded him. He said, no, you can't. You know how much people are coming to see you? I'm thinking that's even worse. I don't want to hear that.
You think man see him for wow? Let's see what he's got about.
Oh my god! I didn't want people to see me yet.
Yeah.
You understand? I wasn't ready for the flopping yet.
But you clearly didn't do the same as T.I.
No, so I'm saying when I said the universe was working with me, Ceesix, guess what happened? Yeah. How about I'm watching TV and you know that program? All right, like you got they take a normal person and you've got to pretend to train you up to be that person's job. So this week was to be a comedian. To take a normal person, and we're gonna show, and you're gonna go on stage.
You learned all.
I saw everything, the process, what they did. I said, yes, I'm gonna do that. So I started just writing my jokes. I was writing my jokes. I'm just writing beer jokes. You get me? What I want to talk about or whatever. Because I always wanted to be a comedian. So I had it in. I knew how to. I used to do stand up in my bath. In my head. Yeah, I know. I'm trying to project how much I wanted to be a comedian. This is way before I used to be a comedian. I always used to think, like a child, I used to imagine myself
being on stage,
telling jokes. I always used to do that before, way before I was a comedian. So I had a little knack to it, if you know what I'm saying. I knew. So when I had this thing now, so I went to the show now. Can I try to pull out? There's no pull out.
So can't do that, brother.
I'm thinking, then I'm in them ones where I'm thinking, I hope no one comes.
Yeah, you were a dead show. Like, I'm here, the fact that no one else is here, that's not my business.
Yeah,
I hear you.
Nobody here. I just wish nobody was here. You understand? Then it started to fill up. Then how could you see some people that you don't chat to and don't like during the audience? Ceesix.
So now you got to win. Because you see if there's people you don't chat to and you don't like and you flop.
Ceesix, there was 2 people in the audience that I didn't. Why are you here? To see me fail? Yeah,
that's why they were there.
So I'm saying to myself, I said to the man, give me a shot of white rum.
I said, I'm gonna go out there drunk. I'm funny when I'm drunk.
I don't know what's going on. So I'm taking the white rum to cut. You get the strength.
Yeah.
But it's fucking me up now. I'm tipsy, so I'm thinking, no, I can't even drink the rum because I'm still bammy and drunk. So it's not working. And then my time's coming, and I'm second half, you know.
Oh shit! So you didn't even. So they've given you like main time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm second half, brother.
So you know what? You know what it is? I think they upsold you. They said that you were more than you were.
I don't know what they said.
Because if it's your first show, you're supposed to be first on, easy. Like, so if it goes wrong, the whole show can fix up after you. But anyway, go on.
Remember, it's a new promoter. This is his first show, so he doesn't know like newcomers go on first. And now, brother, I went on the stage and I took out the whole of so you can see it. I took the whole of, you know, like your phone. A big. This is not a comedy store where you could do practice jokes. This is a big where people pay they've paid their money.
You got your paper.
I got my paper.
So why?
No.
Do you ever see
we're like that? Okay. I had my paper, my jokes. I want to remember.
Yeah. Okay. So like bullet points.
Yeah. So I put them down. Yeah. Put them down by the DJ. I said, yeah. I made some joke about it. Well, get me. And then 2 minutes in, I don't. You know they say their first laugh you get. Because remember I said I'm gonna do 2 minutes.
Yeah.
I don't know. I put on about 10, 15.
Okay. So after the first laugh, they give you a little battery in your back.
Yeah. And then that was it. I just went into.
Did you start remembering the jokes?
I remember everything. I remember everything. Oh my God. I went in, blood. I got a standing ovation.
That's mad. That's your only standing ovation?
Only my entire life. You see after that? Yeah. You see, like, because before, I always knew, like, even though I was on the road, I always knew that there was something.
There's something bigger.
Yeah, missing. I was missing something. I always knew. But I wasn't going to say it was comedy or nothing. I just felt like I had a purpose. I knew I wasn't just going to be a man from the road. I knew I had some kind of influence to do to somebody. Just
to touch on that quickly, do you think that anyone is destined to be on the road?
Yeah, everybody's got that.
No, do you know what I'm saying is, do you think that anybody is just destined to be on the road man?
No.
So everybody's got a purpose.
Yeah, I saw everybody's purpose. So that being said, when I finished my performance and gassed and everything, you see, when I went home, like Jamaican said, I didn't cry, but water
run from my eye. Yeah.
It's like, you know, like the Christians. It was like, it wasn't like, it was like I found myself. You know, like the Christians when they're crying Jesus at Bala or the church.
So wait, all right.
It's like I found myself. So it's like a tear. Like,
did you say that's it? This is what I'm done with everything else.
Yeah,
this sir.
This was this is what I was missing. It's like, you know, like all these years. It's like you said, right? Was this. You know what I mean? To be in the bath pretending to actually now do it. You catch what I'm dealing with?
Because you know what's mad, yeah? When you look at the amount of... So how long you been doing comedy now?
Say 13 years.
13 years. How many comedians have you met on the journey that are no longer... Just, you know, like they jump in, jump out. It's the same with DJs. You know, like I know hundreds of DJs, but I know probably more people that used to DJ.
But saying that, see when that... Because that being said, when you see them come back... Like they get bored or something, they come back for a look, a piece of the gun again. What do you feel like?
I feel like some people say, like, you do something for years and years and years. Yeah. So let's just talk about DJing. So say someone was DJing for 20 years, and then they stopped, and then they back 5 years later, I kind of don't think there's nothing wrong with it because I feel like you've kind of done your 10,000 hours. You've wanted a change, or for whatever reason, you just wanted to try something new because you've done your time. I feel like everyone's entitled to be able to try and do something else, spread their wings. You know how much man used to be a carpenter, went on to be an accountant, and now they're back to being a carpenter. Do you know what I mean? These things happen. Yeah. But when you're flim-flam, you do it for 2 years, you drop out, you come back again. I just don't think you respect the craft. I think you just think it's like a fun thing. Like you kind of devalue what we put so much time and effort into doing and learning.
But that being said, see when I used to go shows, I didn't want to bring no one. Even though, but then when after show, I said, I wish I brought someone because I was still in that scared part where.
So you didn't need someone, did you?
No, but I wanted to. No, but the journey continues. See, after the first show now, like Shola, big up Ben. Like he said, right, yeah, I want to manage you and rare. Like it was mad for me. Like my world just turned upside down from that one performance. Then he got in because he was in. My manager was in. That was a comedy world. Then he said, your next show. My next show was Ori. Went to I done Ori, and then that's how I met Ori because I went to this was mad. It was some Somalian place. That was the comedy. That was where you test your jokes. You get me? That was mental for me. I thought, what is this? But I've done it, so I could do it. You get me? Then after Ori, the third show, Hideaway.
That's where I saw you.
Hide the fucking
That's
way.
That's where I met you.
Third show, you know.
That's where I met you.
Yeah, third show in. Hideaway, you know.
Yeah, that's when when you wore the leather tick and I met you.
Because remember, what it was, let me explain my dress to you. You see, because there was a method to my madness. My madness was one extreme to the other, where my roadman, preacher, I didn't want to, remember I could have called myself preacher, but Dizzle is a whole, I have to take the leap.
Yeah, your whole separate.
It was a whole, you get me? I had to get cussed for it. But I didn't want to bring that designer clothes wear guy. Yeah. I wanted to bring stupid nerd, different look, blonde hair, I wanted to super.
You wanted to just be a complete different person.
Yeah.
You know what's mad? I remember that show because I never used to DJ at Hideaway a lot, you know. But that's one of the only ones I ever DJed at. And I remember you came over and was like, tell me what song you want to come up.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, who's this guy?
Yeah.
Why are you dressed like this? I remember. And then you were quite funny.
Yeah, because I know that's a good crowd, Hideaway.
We spoke afterwards, didn't it?
I've never had a bad show in Hideaway.
We spoke afterwards and I remember saying like you got something.
Yeah.
I remember the conversation. I was saying you got something. I can't remember what I said, but I can't remember. I definitely gave you some advice from my perspective. Because it's not like you made mistakes, but I feel like, I don't know. There was I
was too raw. Remember, that's my first. Now back at it.
There was something.
Come remember, I was too raw. I was raw, so I never had no stage presence. I never had no I think
it's about your laughing. I think you used to laugh at your own jokes a lot. I know you still kind of got your laugh, but them time I think one time you told a joke and then laughed like you was in the audience. And I remember saying, try not to do that, innit?
Yeah. But you know what it is? Because I was blessed to have good audiences that made me could be myself. Do you know what I'm dealing with? But remember, as I was saying, I was raw. I didn't know about comedy timing. I didn't know this, that. I didn't know about stage, how to work the stage. I didn't know how breathing, you get pausing and give the crowd time to, you know what I mean? I didn't know none. I was
I met
raw
you in
biscuit.
Your third show.
Yes.
You was a newbie, novice, little man, and you now feel like you can talk to me. You feel like you can
say something to you. Let me stop you there.
What's going on?
Because the journey continues, pussyface. Because the journey continues. The journey continues. I can size up. You know why? Because the second time I saw you, them times I'm 2 years in, and then you come into a show that I'm hosting. You was a backup DJ. Remember, you tried to back me up.
Where was that?
Curve Bar.
I was the backup DJ.
Lewisham, Curve Bar. Remember Curve Bar?
How can I be the backup DJ?
Don't you remember Curve Bar?
I've never been a backup DJ in my life. I'm the main guy, though.
Do you remember Curve Bar?
I remember, you was doing a show with...
Yeah, and I was cussing somebody and you was like, louder, remember?
Yeah. I can't remember, but
do you remember?
I was there, because it was the owners were putting on the events there.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then I was hosting.
Yeah. I remember, you know what it is? I don't like, bully comedians, innit?
Yeah.
And I think you're troubling someone, and I But remember, I still remember you as the leather suit guy. So to me, who the fuck is this leather suit guy talking to? So I'm like, hey brother, leave him alone. Like I remember that because this is leather suit. I don't know his name. Oh, that's the leather suit guy. That's it. How dare you cuss whoever? But yeah, nah, that's funny. Yeah. But you say how you gonna? But you can't size up on me then. You gotta remember. You gotta have manners when you deal with me.
Whatever. But then, but we was cool from then, and then I don't know. Then the second time I had a show with you because we was cool. Then the surprise party. Remember the surprise party? I was hosting it then.
Yes, in Chelsea.
I don't know where it was, but I remember.
I remember it was in Chelsea.
Because I don't know. Because when I saw you, it was like, oh yes, I feel a familiar face. You get me? Me and you was good from them time there before. Anything like chalk and cheese, like so you're part of my journey. That's why. That's why me and you, because of how my journey started. That's why me and you progressed to be friends. If
when
you know what I'm saying.
I remember you walked into that party and you was like, and you came over to me and said, "Hey, I don't know the people them either. And you don't know the people them.
So it's like I saw someone close to me. My friend. So it was like you catch what I'm dealing with. I mean, we done that party still.
They smashed it.
You understand?
So I say again, how you hyping on me, brother? You're supposed to humble and deal with me like, yes sir, yes sir, yes sir. Mars.
So I'm so reminiscent now.
Mars Khalid, that's what you're called, man. Mars Khalid.
My thing is, you're part of my journey of this new life of that leather pants. You're part of leather pants. Leather pants was a change of my life.
Definitely not. I think I'm definitely pivotal in you stop wearing the leather pants though.
No, you know it is because then because remember I was finding myself, but then I just. Gone back to me now.
But you know what it is because nothing.
Back to me.
Remember, we didn't know each other, you know.
Yeah.
But you see the kind of person I am. I'm gonna tell you. I remember, like, brother, like I think I told you about your outfit.
Yeah.
Because I'm an upfront guy in it. I said, what the fuck is this? So, but I know enough people wouldn't say it. Worse because of the lifestyle you just came from.
Yeah.
There's man will see you and don't say nothing. But it wasn't.
But saying that it's true. But it's because I was dressing weird. But man. Because of where I came from, man was still treating me like a road man.
Yeah, he wasn't a good look.
It was mad. I'm looking like a nerd, but getting treated like a road man.
You weren't looking like a nerd. You were looking like...
Don't do that.
You were looking... That outfit wasn't a nerd outfit. That was... I think that might have been the plus.
to the GQ too.
Whatever the plus stands for, that's what that was. That was a plus outfit. Man said, I'm the plus. Yeah, he was a plus. I said, man, step in. I said, Rascal, who's this plus?
I'm not even a letter. Man, just give me the plus. Rude. Plus. And that's why I had to go through.
Yeah, that's funny.
I had to go through that in the ends. Man was calling me that in the ends. And I'm thinking, they don't know. But I couldn't bad up no one because I got skinny jeans. I had to take the L's. Because and that's what I'm saying, people. They think this journey was just a normal. It was hard. Because remember, I have to fully separate.
Yeah.
You get me? Because I'm fully rated that way.
Yeah.
So now I'm coming, like, what we doing there?
You're in a new world where man don't know that. And you got people that are cheeky, like not big violations, but things that
I would never,
things that you would never take before.
Ever
man talking to you in a certain way.
I'm telling you.
Now you got to be the butt of jokes and all sorts of stuff. And like, I get. And then online, when you started online,
oh god,
then that's where the cussing starts, isn't it? Because now you get the trolls, and you just got.
And that was, see, making my first video and doing that. It took a lot. Because now I'm really putting it out. I'm putting myself out there now. You get me? And the more viral the videos you get, the more the anxiety I used to get. Like, oh shit, what have I done? The more followers I used to get. Oh shit, more people. It was mental.
The pressure to
you get me?
More, yeah.
And then I got to a thing where I came into the business like a rock star type of thing. Like my name was up here, but my comedy was here. Do you get what I mean? Yeah. My name was bigger than my actual comedy. Yeah. They're putting me on Wahalas. They're putting. You're
stepping into rooms as a guy, but the deliverance you got to really pull it out.
You understand? Yeah. I was on stage with SWV, and John. I couldn't believe it. You understand? Backstage with them, I'm thinking I'm fresh off the.
What's it? How am I here?
How am I here? How though? Ceesix, even
yeah, that's your journey though. That's you know you know what it is. Yeah, I'll tell you what it is. You see, this is my honest opinion about your comedy. Yeah, you don't have a typical comedy style in it, which so like I guess if we're gonna compare you to a polished comedian, you'd always kind of not. They would say like your jokes are not structured in a certain way.
Yeah,
and your timing is a bit off, but your audience your core audience, your demographic that you do your comedy for, I feel like you identify with them so much that you can do the off the cuff thing a lot more smoother than some of the really polished comedians. So I think you're more like the scene that you attract. I think you really home in with them people. Do you get what I'm saying? I think you're the epitome of a black British Caribbean raised child in the UK. So that whole experience, like that we can all identify with, I think you tap into that really well. Do you get what I'm saying? So that audience really works. I don't know how, if you went and just worked in, like you went on a comedy store thing and there were just loads of white people, you probably do well, but I know the level of comfortability might be less. But when you go out and see your people, you definitely know how to work with your people. You know what I'm saying? You Slim, you're like the people's champ. Come out and you just freestyle, and the people them love it. So I think that's probably why you've managed these rooms that you were scared of, still managed to get through. Because everything you've mentioned is shook. My comedy's here, but you're getting through. You're not flopping yet.
Yeah.
Well, now you don't. You probably everyone's had a bad show, but I don't know if you've had a big flop.
Yeah.
Have you?
No.
No, been booed off.
No.
You get what I'm saying? But you might have had flat.
No, I've had flat shows where I've come off and think, oh, that's flat.
But
you get me?
You've never flopped though.
No.
That's what I'm saying.
And that was one of my fears. That's why I used to try to, if in all honesty, we're talking on, it's like fucking Piers Morgan. Yeah, I used to try to hide behind the hosting. You understand what I'm saying? Because of when they say, you're right, I'm scared to drop down. I'm scared to, no. But now, you know, when you get to, I think it's when I get to 50, to be fair, I when you get to 50, you don't want to, you respect the whole of yourself. You understand? You know yourself, you respect yourself, and you realize, like, I'm living for me. I don't want to fear anything. There's nothing that I want to fear. Man, this, only God. You know what I'm saying? So, me having fear or fearing what you think is long. You know what I'm saying? The last show I brought Daji. You get me? I brought my son, he was on stage. You get me? He was part of the last piece of the jokes. You know what I'm saying? But that's confident. That's not me thinking, oh, I wonder if I want to be my son's here. No. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to I forgot he was there.
Having confidence in your ability is something that's really important. You know, in the music, the DJ world, like some DJs only have confidence in the songs that they play.
Top 10s.
Yeah, the top 10 and you know, playing the hype songs at the hype time. But what happens is, you know, like a DJ, say you come on after someone that's just bun down the place, then you'll see that there's a lot of shaky people because they don't have the confidence in themselves and their craft and knowing their music and knowing how to read a crowd. Once you have that confidence, like, I know what I'm doing, I trust myself.
Yeah.
You would step out on any stage and play, or in your case, like tell jokes on any stage. So, like, if you got a call, Dave Chappelle's doing the tour of the O2, and they said, yeah, boom, Dizzle, I need to be my opening act.
Yeah. I
think you just go out there and just rip it and not start being scared that it's the O2, it's Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
If that happens, you're kind of back at square one. You're back back in the leather pants.
Yeah. You're the kid. I'm back to leather pants days.
Yeah, you're back to leather pants days.
Yeah.
Because you can't, how can we be so far down the journey and you're having, like, I'm not saying nerves don't kick in, but how can you be having the fears of when you started? There has to be natural growth. So you say you used to hide behind hosting, and I used to see that, you know, you would come out and you'd kind of do you'd do a little check.
Yeah.
But that's more so, I think, it is a level of hosting, but I also feel like it's your style of comedy, because you're a room mingler, and I didn't realize it until we did that party in Chelsea, and when we did we've done a few weddings together.
Yeah,
like you're a mingler, innit? You're a room mingler. You walk around and you're coming like everyone's the funny uncle.
Yeah,
in the party.
Mm-hmm.
You got
why you have to do uncle though?
I was gonna say bro. Yeah, the funny bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's the uncle. You're definitely the funny uncle. And you walk around and you kind of just you chat to everyone and make everyone chat to that set of woman, chat to that grandma, chat to these over there, so, and make everyone laugh. That there is your superpower.
Yeah.
And I think you bring it to the stage because that's your style of comedy.
Yeah.
I don't think you could just come out and just kind of just go through a set from point A to point B without addressing the crowd like they're your brethren.
And you know what you saying that you made me think I probably subconsciously do that when I go out and do these type of like private shows, because I did that at the 70th year. I went over to everybody and people come to me and we were just like sitting there at the table, busting jokes with them and rare. Then it's time for me to work. I'm familiar with everybody. You get me? So there's a man that said he went to school with my dad or this, that. So I'll chat to him about that rare. Then you get me? So everybody just, you get me?
I think that's your style.
Yeah, but I'm thinking, but that's just me in general.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying, because that's why I say,
whether I was on the stage or not, I would be like that in general.
That's
I
why
don't
I say
do the
you're
dead
not
vibes, if you know what I'm
polished
saying.
comedian, which some comedians, they're backstage. I've seen them. Some people like they're backstage.
No, yeah, you can't chat to those comedians are good. They're in their zone.
But everyone has their way of different. They'll come out and they're gonna do their material. If the crowd boo, they're gonna do their material. If somebody drop, they're gonna do their material. They're not gonna talk about somebody dropping. They're gonna do their material.
Yeah,
and you gotta respect that, because they can lock in. But you're someone that if someone drops, your next 5 minutes is about the drop.
Yeah.
Someone walks in late, it's the next couple of minutes is about the walking in late.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You see a man sitting down in leather pants.
Yeah.
It's gonna be about the leather.
Oh my God! Because saying that, we call it. There was a man at the front with his white woman. So we're talking. Yeah. So I was him. He was for 5 minutes. Because you remember, back in the days, when you would have your white gal, you used to sit at the back and all. So I was doing the whole ticket thing. I was doing how she walk with him, come in, and he was a joke for 5. So I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
But it was tasteful.
Yeah.
It wasn't disrespectful. You understand?
Like the one, like the you did a disrespectful one though.
Can I say something?
I felt so. Listen.
Do you know why I don't? You know why I didn't feel disrespected by it?
Can I get the people?
No, wait. You can because I did that joke twice. I did that joke bare times, and no one's been offended.
All right, let's talk about it. So Dizzle's Madhouse, we're doing it in Walthamstow.
Wait, what did you just say? What's it called?
Dizzle's Madhouse.
Okay.
We're doing it in Walthamstow.
And it's Madhouse.
Yeah, but listen,
it's called Madhouse for a reason, isn't it?
It's in Walthamstow. It's a good vibe. Outdoor. This is just after COVID.
Yeah.
People, so it's outdoor settings. I'm doing the music. It's a good vibe. Anyway, boom. Dizzle's come on, and he's gone around speaking to this couple, and like how long you been together? 20 years. Yeah. Yo, people, listen, make sure you check out us on Patreon. That's www.patreon.com/elephant in the room. Make sure you sign up. It's only £3 a month. You get to watch the full episode, all right? Because you can see we've just cut the episode short, innit? So if you want to watch the full episode, jump onto Patreon. You're also going to get some exclusive content over there. You're also going to be the first dips on anything that we're doing. You're going to be the first person or the first set of people that can get tickets and are going to have the opportunities, all right? So jump over to Patreon and make sure you follow us and you keep it elephant in the room, all right? So join us over on Patreon and peace.